We're told the science on climate change is settled. But what if there's another side to this story? The prevailing view is that the science is basically decided. A consensus has been reached.
But one analysis asks a pretty big question. What if the basic physics is flawed?
So let's unpack this critique. It all starts with two very different ways to model Earth's temperature. The standard model relies on something called back radiation from the atmosphere to warm the surface. This source calls it a flat Earth model because it averages solar energy across the entire planet. The alternative, a 3D model where intense, localized solar heat gets redistributed around the globe. And this redistribution is governed by atmospheric pressure and something called the lapse rate. That process alone, it argues, explains the 33-degree warming, with no back radiation needed. What's really interesting is that calculations using this same principle seem to work on other planets too. Now, this brings up a fundamental law of physics, the second law of thermodynamics. It says a cooler object, like the atmosphere, can't make a warmer object, like the Earth, hotter. The critique then turns to humidity. Standard theory says more humidity means more warming. But this data suggests the opposite is true. Higher humidity seems to correlate with cooler temperatures. Okay, so beyond the physics, this analysis also raises some serious questions about the temperature data itself. Check this out. Adjustments made to historical temperature data have a near-perfect correlation with rising CO2. And over the years, official datasets seem to consistently adjust the past to be cooler and the present warmer. Other issues are cited too, like urban heat island effects and replacing actual measurements with model estimates. According to this analysis, all these data issues cast serious doubt on graphs like the famous hockey stick. So, if the core physics and the data face these challenges, what does that mean for settled science?